What's up? This is Cam Jennings coming at you on behalf of epicconversions.com, and today I want to talk to you a little bit more about list building. This is the third video, or the third podcast in this. This is the third podcast episode in this series. So if you didn't watch the two before this one, I just want you to understand those are also about list building. So today, when it comes to talking about list building, I want to give you a few different methods of list building, which I'm sure that's when I said I was going to do a podcast about list building, we're going to do some episodes. Great, now it's starting to snow. Awesome. All right. I knew we were going to get snow in March. I knew we were going to get another snow in March. I knew it. Anyways, when I said I was going to do some episodes about list building, I know people were kind of rubbing their hands together hey, yeah, I'm going to get some list building tactics. And then the first two episodes, I didn't really give you any tactics. I gave you some principles regarding list building. These are kind of higher level, These are higher level. The tactics, while I think the tactics are valuable, tactics come and go. Tactics change. But the principles usually last a long time. So, anyways, I do want to give you a few tactics today that have worked for me when it comes to list building. So, the first one that I would tell you, and by the way, these are just meat and potatoes. These are just foundational tactics. I'm not going to give you, these aren't ninja secret tricks or anything. These are just basic things you probably already know about, but I'm just telling you these have worked for me, okay? So the first one I tell you is low ticket product launching with referral traffic. And what I mean by that is regularly putting out low ticket products for $10 or something. And then what you do is, let's say you put one of those out every single month, and then that gives you time to recruit affiliates to promote it. All right? Because what happens is, and the reason why that's powerful is, number one, when you launch low ticket products, you're not just building a list, you're building a buyer's list. Last time I checked, bots and fake leads, they don't have credit cards, Real people have credit cards and they spend real money. So that everyone who buys your product is a real person. And if you've done a good job on the product, then you've done the first step of warming them up. So that's really powerful. And then the other part of that is, affiliate or referral traffic. That matters because, that's where your leads are coming from. That is the traffic. You can launch low ticket products to your own list and it doesn't really, what's the point? I mean, it's good to launch lower ticket stuff, but, this is about, capturing leads. So you need a traffic source to capture those leads. And I think affiliate traffic is a great traffic source because, again, those are referred leads. So they've already been warmed up by your affiliate. They might not know you, but they've been referred to you by someone they do know. So that makes them a little bit better than just cold leads. So that's the first one. Low ticket product launching with referral traffic. The second one that I would tell you today is bonus spot leads. And this really kind of goes hand in hand with low ticket launching and referral traffic, because when affiliates promote you, a lot of times those affiliates, they're also product vendors. And they put their own stuff out as well. So what happens is you can become an affiliate for them too, and you ask them for a bonus spot. So what that would be is if somebody buys their product, on the download page, they're going to get something extra. and that's going to be like something free that you're giving away. But when they click on the link to get that thing, they have to opt in to get the free thing. So what happens is you basically get a buyer lead, right? But it wasn't your product, it was their product. You just got a bonus spot. So that's the second thing that's worked really, really well for me when it comes to building a high quality list. Before I move on to the third thing, I just want to say, you know, those two things, they go hand in hand. They are, they work together like peanut butter and jelly, you know what I mean? Not all affiliates are putting out their own products, but a lot of them are. You make more money putting out your own products than just doing affiliate marketing. So, a lot of them are. So, a lot of them are putting out their own products, and a lot of them are looking for alliances with people. So, anyways, it's peanut butter and jelly, you know? Low ticket product launching with referral traffic and bonus spots are like peanut butter and jelly for list building. The third one I would say, for me, that's worked good for me, this is a little slower, but it works, and it's like an engine. You know, once you get it started, it will continue to work for you, you know? And that is the free show. What you're watching right now is a free show. Or if you're listening to this on podcast, this is a free show. And, you know, it's kind of a slow trickle in lead engine. It doesn't like put leads on your list like incredibly quickly, but it does put leads on your list. But the free show, like a free show on YouTube or a free podcast show, it's a great engine for trickle in leads. Now, you can amplify it if you go all in. And what I mean by that is, if you start really trying to grow your YouTube channel, or you start really trying to grow your free show, and you start, you know, trying to do collaborations with other people, you start doing interviews on other people's podcasts, you start letting them come on your podcast and do interviews, you start really trying to grow the free show, you start getting other influencers sharing your free show. And then what happens is that trickle in lead engine starts going faster. It starts amping up a little bit. But the one thing I will say, and look, let me go through some negatives here, because I found like pretty much all list building, there's positives and negatives. Okay, the three that I just gave you. Let's talk about a few negatives. When it comes to low ticket product launching, one of the negatives with low ticket product launching is there's several disciplines that you have to master, right? You have to master the art of, you know, creating a good product that's going to do what you need it to do. And it needs to do a few things beyond just teaching somebody something. I'm not going to go into it here. It's beyond the scope of this video. But you got to master that discipline. You got to master the discipline of sales copy. How do I put together a sales page that's actually going to get people to buy my thing? Right? You got to figure it out. You got to master the art of the sales funnel, right? Because to attract affiliates, you need to have some kind of funnel in place where it's worth their time to promote it. If you try to sell like a $10 product and it doesn't have a funnel, it's not going to attract a lot of affiliates. It's going to be a waste of their time. So you need to master the art of, you know, sales funnels, you know? And you need to master the art of JV recruitment. Like, how do you recruit affiliates? You know? Those are just like a few different disciplines that you need to master to do that low ticket product launching. And a lot of people would say, oh, that's a lot of things I have to figure out. You're right, you know. So there's some cons to it, you know. There's a few negatives. You know, you got to figure some things out. No time like the present to jump in and get started. When it comes to affiliate bonus spots, you know, what are some negatives? Well, the big negative with affiliate bonus spots is simply, you know, people don't want to give them to you. Especially if they don't know who you are. That's the big negative. So really well-known product vendors, if you go out there and try to do affiliate marketing with people who are really well-known and you're a no-name, they're not going to want to give you a bonus spot. What you got to do is you got to ask for bonus spots from people who are on your level. I mean, ask everybody for a bonus spot, but you're most likely going to have more success with people who are on your level. Like if, you know, you're the kind of affiliate who you can sell like, you know, 0 to 5 units when you promote something, then, you know, you're going to have to try to look for some other product vendors that are at kind of a similar level to you, and ask them for a bonus spot, because they're going to be more willing to work with you. As you move up the ladder, like let's say you can sell 5 to 10 units or 10 to 20 units or, you know, 50 to 100 units or whatever, you gain more leverage. And people are more willing to give you a bonus spot because they know if that's what it takes to get you on board, they know that they're going to be able to push an extra 50 to 100 units or whatever if you join their mix. And they know that like your influence is going to inspire other people to join. So a lot of times when it comes to getting bonus spots, it's a little bit of a leverage game. You know, the more leverage you have, the easier it becomes. All right, so that's a negative. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't do any of this stuff when you're first getting started, because you should. It's just like there's pros and cons to everything. You got to be able to see them. The third thing I told you, the free show. What's the negatives to the free show? I think the big negative for the free show is it takes time. That's the big negative. It takes your time you're dedicating to doing free content, right? Also, a negative is sometimes it feels like you're not getting a lot of traction. It feels like no one's paying attention to your stuff, you know? It feels like that, but you can't base things on your feelings. You got to base things on what you actually know, what's actually happening, what are the analytics showing, you know? And you got to make your decisions based on that. Free shows take time, you know? When you start a free show, it takes time to get the engine started, you know? It's not like you're going to start a free show today and like you're going to be reaping the rewards of traffic by tomorrow. It takes time. And I think it's tricky sometimes to kind of like figure out, you know, have I waited enough time before I start adjusting things because they're not working well enough, or what? And there's definitely ways to go about that. That's actually something I talk about in a book I put out not long ago called 13 Obstacles, but it's beyond the scope of this video. But the point is, it's tricky, and you know, that's something you kind of got to figure out. You know, when have I not waited long enough yet and just keep the course, or when should I be adjusting it? You know, you kind of got to figure that out. That's a con. And there's other cons when it comes to free shows. There's other things I could go into and say, but I think that's enough, you know. I think you guys get it. Everything, there's pros and cons to everything. But those three things that I just told you, you know, free shows, low ticket product launching, and affiliate bonus spots, man, those three methods right there, you can build a list of high quality people with those methods, right? They're not fancy, they're not secret ninja tactics. They're just tried and true, proven list building strategies that have worked for years. They will continue to work, and it is what it is. So anyways, that's all I got. If this has resonated with you, be sure to get over to epicconversions.com. Join my free newsletter. And I'll see you in the inbox. All right, peace now.